Urzan Drakgard serves as a captain of the Salamanders during the 41st millennium. Regarded as an honorable and noble leader within his chapter, Urzan's ascension to the position of the Master of the Sixth Company has not been without criticism. Believed to have been mentored by the Master of Recruits, Praebian, Drakgard has refused to confirm such assertions and been characterized by his blunt, relentless nature. With the conclusion of his training as an aspirant of the chapter, among Drakgard's first campaigns fought as a battle brother of the Salamanders, Urzan waged war within the Badab system. Pitted against the rebellion of the Astral Claws and their allies, Urzan incurred wounds fighting the rebellion of the Tyrant of Badab and resolved to never be bloodied in such a manner again. His face scarred with cauterized wounds and aggregations of cuts, Drakgard bears an eternal snarl due to the loss of facial tissue exposing his teeth. Jokingly regarded as a descendant of the Iron Hands by his kinsmen, Urzan's stoic nature and lack of features which could be described as beautiful do little to diminish such teases from his brethren. Earning glory for his service during the Second War for Armageddon, Urzan soon after the conflict was promoted to the rank of captain and assigned to the Sixth Company, the Flamehammers. Clad in an ornate suit of power armor crafted by his chapter's tech savants, Urzan proudly bears the pelt of a hunted salamander of Nocturne as proof of his ascension as a captain of the Sixth Reserve Company. Self-critical of his appointment to his rank as a senior officer of the chapter, Urzan attempts to alleviate his doubts that he is an unremarkable warrior unbefitting his stature by seeking out glory in battle. Setting a tooth of his salamander prey to act as the pommel of his Cascara sword, the serrated edge of his saber has claimed untold enemies over his century of service. Defending the ecclesiarchy world of Helatine during the Promethean War, the invasion of the Black Legion, and Children of Torment harried the Cadian defenders of the planet and required a mighty force to oppose them. Supported by the assault squads known as the Wyverns and Targons of the Salamander's Fourth Company, the Branded, the 18th with all haste relieved the beleaguered 81st Regiment. The actions of Drakgard observed by Chaplain Elysius during the conflict, Urzan's men attempted to root out the dug-in Chaos Space Marines. Analyzing his enemy's battle lines for signs of weak points, none would be found, and so it was that the Promethean War seemed fated to protracted attritional warfare. Seeking to inflict wounds rather than reclaim territory, the Flamehammers retook portions of the western district of Canticus City until reinforcements of the Order of the Ebon Chalice of the Sisters of Battle joined the fray. Alongside Canoness Angera, the Salamanders reclaimed holy relics from the city, knowing such sites could be turned to bolster the forces of chaos due to Drakgard's prior experience witnessing similar actions from the Orc Xenos, exacerbating the conflict of Armageddon. Warned not to overextend by Chaplain Elysius, Drakgard refused to allow further desecrations to be committed by the forces of chaos, and commit the Fireborn to combat the traitors in full. Ambushed by the Chaos Space Marines, following their successful reclamation of the Salvation Bridge, their push to the eastern districts of Canticus invited disaster. Canoness Angera ordered her forces to fall back, leaving the Salamanders to face the traitors alone, Chaplain Elysius advising the brash captain to rethink his strategy. Within the ancient Cairn districts of Helatine, the traitors struck, destroying much of the Targon assault squads by detonating the psychic powers of captured human psychers. The Centurion advances were slain to a man, with exception to their sergeant, yet Drakgard resolved not to relent in his assault. Cadian guardsmen and Sisters of Battle died in droves as the Black Legion advanced on separate fronts, yet the Salamanders refused to yield. Wounded in the battle, despite his martial skill, Chaplain Elysius ordered Urzan's honor guard, the Serpentia, to close ranks as wayward sisters arrived to support their retreat. Humbled from his encounter with the Black Legion, Urzan Drakgard survives to this day and seeks to atone for his brash actions and the loss of so many kinsmen as a result of his failure.